Hey, you guys hear me? Start cheering now! Yeah, let's get this over with. Yeah.
Woof, woof. Hi, I'm Mike Minotti, and I am a Nintendog.
Hi, I'm Jeff Grubb, and I am a Nintendog.
And we are the last of the Nintendogs. Today, those Nintendo Direct rumors are getting hotter. Why didn't anyone tell Capcom that the Switch 2 would sell well? And the 10 best 2D Metroidvanias. We're going to do a top 10. It'll be fun. All right, Jeff, there's a new NSO game. I'm excited to tell you what it is, because we have the power to manifest some things. It's not always Wind Waker HD on the Switch, but we can manifest some things.
All right. What platform is it on, Mike?
Nintendo 64.
Huh. Okay.
Here's one more hint. Oh, you want to just guess first, and I'll give you a hint?
Oh, is it Forsaken? No way, really?
Forsaken 64 is
my
on
God.
the Nintendo 64 mature.
Of course. It's got that lady with the tattoo on the cover. Very mature.
Yeah, what the hell else about this game is possibly mature, by the way?
I mean, it's a lot
of fight robots.
Right, it's a lot of shooting, but I'm like the enemies I remember shooting when I was just playing it the other day were like all robots. But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking through their video that they posted, and there's like, yeah, if you switch to a third-person camera, the women on some of these vehicles maybe have bikinis sometimes. I don't know.
Okay, sure.
So, hey, September 4th, good thing nothing else is happening that day. We can all play Forsaken.
Move out of the way, Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Just that Nintendo 64 Classic app is so weird, because Turok's on there also. And again, Turok, if you want to play Turok, you should just wait for a sale of the excellent Night Dive remaster. Forsaken also has a Night Dive remaster. I don't know if it's a case where Forsaken 64 is significantly different than the original PC version. I doubt it's a Doom 64 situation.
Yeah, I think that you will probably be just fine if you go play those Night Dive versions instead. Hey, it's cool that they do this. No matter what, even if I don't end up playing these games on NSO, it usually gets a pop out of me. I like seeing it. People are going to talk about Forsaken for a half an hour. That's neat.
Now, what's interesting is, like, okay, apparently somebody was saying that, hey, the Direct, this was in a leak of the Direct, right? So,
okay,
if this has happened, maybe other things in that.
Do you want me to find the leak and while you continue to host the show?
But people are just saying, like, oh, the leak matches. If you guys have the leak, I mean, we'll see what else is in there then, because I would like to see what else.
This was the Direct about, it was just for Forsaken, and we blew it.
Yeah, it was just probably Japan got Magical Vacation for the Game Boy Advance on their NSO.
There was that leak. This is from a few weeks ago, like almost 2 months ago.
Not about the Direct, about NSO.
Right. So there was that thing where Nintendo was showing off new features of NSO, and they went to the menu.
And it was blurred.
And it was blurred out, and people were matching up the games. And they were like, okay, so this one's Forsaken for sure. And this one is Glover.
Is that why we first... I think that actually, you know what? I think that's why we first started talking
that
about
might have been the reason we started talking about Forsaken again.
I think that's why I don't think we manifested jack shit.
They accepted us! What the fuck? Okay, so Glover, Forsaken 64, Donkey Kong 64. So there you go. That's about time. Some other stuff in there is... Smash 64. That's one that still has not happened.
Oh, Super Smash Brothers. Yeah,
Super Smash Brothers 64, and then of course Scars, the like animal car racing game, which is actually surprisingly good.
I see Rayman 2 also. What do you? Oh, I'm sorry, I am such an asshole.
Rayman 2.
What is the name of the fighting game for Nintendo 64?
The fighting game?
Name the game name Smash. Name it.
Super Smash Brothers 64.
You're dead.
Oh, not 64, just Super Smash Brothers.
Dead. You had one chance, and now you're dead.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
You got to be more careful about these life or death situations.
Wait, I wasn't sure if you were upset about the 64 part or the Bros part, because I know there's people in our lives who are like, don't call it Super Smash Bros, it's Super Smash Brothers. But yeah, no, it's just Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, that part's fine. Well, that's good. I like this. I really want
real quick.
Donkey Kong.
When you were like, name the fighting game on the 64, I literally was like, Fighter's Destiny? Like, that's what T-Buck in
Mace the Darking?
T-Buck in the chat had the same thing. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
All right. I just want them to get enough Nintendo 64 games in the mature app to fill out a single screen of it, because it drives me crazy when I can't.
It's
pretty
pretty
the same
sad.
place with GameCube.
Yeah. The GameCube one's going to be even stranger, right? Like, it would be Eternal Darkness and probably nothing else.
Oh, they are going to do
Holy
a separate
Cookie.
game. I heard that cat. That's a sad cat. What are you doing to that cat?
She's pissed. She's like, I don't want to be down here, but she gets locked down here at night still because she'll eat all the big cat's food and makes her tummy upset.
Yeah, it's no good. Also, it probably also hurt her to hear you say Super Smash Bros. 64, to be fair. Well, all right then. So, as we alluded to, Jeff, excuse me, the Coke Zero's coming up a little bit.
Oh, no.
In gaseous form, not in like...
No, yeah, no, totally. Yeah, the burps.
All right, this direct stuff is getting stronger now. Nate the Hate seems to be believing it can happen. Yeah, Nate the Hate's been kind of on a bit of a hot streak lately.
Yep. And he,
right?
So him kind of coming here, like, kind of the third one confirming this one after VGC, and I want to say Switch Force was the first one to say something. Want to give credit where it's due. So we'll see how this plays out. But with VGC and Nate the Hate on it, that's like, okay, I feel pretty good about it. September directs are a pretty safe thing to predict, but people are getting specific with dates and stuff like that. So what's the details here?
Well, rumors are saying maybe 11th or 12th. When Nintendo dudes direct on September 11th, I feel like we've actually had this conversation before. Yeah. And maybe it did happen on September 11th once. I don't know.
God, yeah, that does sound familiar. Yeah.
It seems weird to me, but
I'm like, September 11th or a Friday? Like, what is more detrimental to Nintendo? I think they probably would go for the Friday in this case to not be on September 11th. And Mario Maker was on 9/11, says Marino, which is a funny thing to say. But, you know, the Friday, the reason people are thinking Friday is possible, which they've done directs of various stripes on Fridays before. That has happened a handful of times. And that would line up with the 40th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers release. So that's why it feels slightly more possible here.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Right? This will align with the 40th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers. I think they specifically suggesting that we might hear about a Red Dead Redemption 2 port for the Switch 2, which is something like almost before the Switch 2 came out, I would have been like, sure. And now that we've seen the state of some Switch 2 ports, I'm a little bit more like,
Yep.
I don't know. It's like some stuff like... you know, Final Fantasy 7 Remake is looking pretty good.
Also,
but Red Dead Redemption
2018 game, right? So yeah.
Was it? Yeah. Red Dead Redemption 2, though, I'd be interested.
Maybe these Rockstar, I don't know, maybe they got like a dev kit or something. That's why then.
Yeah, I mean,
can you imagine if they said no to Rockstar if they wanted a dev kit?
Nintendo, they could be weird about it. Yeah, that's a good point. Red Dead 2 ran fine on a VCR, Xbox One. Anything that could run on there should be fine on Switch 2. The things that we like, Hitman kept getting updates. Like, Hitman's been an early poster child for some issues. It's not all that bad. Like, it runs fine. It's not like it just doesn't run 60 frames per second. But I was expecting 60 frames per second. But I had to remember, like, they've updated that a bunch. They introduced like their own lighting system and their own reflection system and things like that. That probably weighs down that game a lot. So
yeah.
Red Dead 2 is still that game that came out on Xbox One in a lot of ways, so I think they can probably get it onto the Switch too.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. I guess we're just at a period now where when we get bad ports, am I panicking and be like, oh no, maybe like we're not going to get as many like 60 FPS ports as I expected? Or is it just, no, they're just bad at porting Elden Ring?
Yeah, Elden Ring is a very specific case, right? That is both Nintendo and From Software being kind of bad, where they both need to step up, and that's not going to happen for that game. So I posted in that video, no hopes for Elden Ring. But yeah, like Cyberpunk running great should be a sign that these games can work if they get the right love and attention, because Cyberpunk's still a little bit heavier than a lot of the games that we're talking about. Yeah,
that's a good point. You know, if Cyberpunk can do well enough, I'm sure Red Dead Redemption 2 can. So yeah. I guess it makes sense. You know, that seems like one of the big ports. That's one that people would be very excited about.
Sorry, can I add something? Yeah, sure. Because like there's a thing that really annoys me, and the expectations within this console sometimes is like everybody expects games to run like at 60 just because he has like like 144 hertz like refresh like
I think there's
screen.
definitely some hopium there for me, where it's like I'm not expecting it, but I'm hoping we get more 60 than not, at least out of the gate.
Yeah, but these big games, the open world games, where like there's a lot of stuff going on. I wouldn't expect for that game to run like even at 60 all the time. You know,
No,
it's
no,
just
no.
like people should manage their expectation a little bit better with the Switch 2, even though it's a more powerful console than Switch 1 for sure. It's just like it still is a it's you know it's a portable console still. It's
Yep.
just, you know, people need to chill.
You're right, and I also just don't want to play 30 frames per second games ever again. It's kind of just where I am. I'm a little bit of a brat about it, I guess, but it's like I don't want that.
You know what? I think I'm with you. And I'm like, I just want these developers to nail 40 frames per second, because it's a 120 hertz refresh screen, 40 frames per second, perfectly divisible by that. So, and 40 frames per second that's 33% more frames per second. It really makes a difference. It makes a difference for me on the Steam Deck. I play most games at 40 frames per second on the Steam Deck, and it feels, for the most part, like 60 to me. And I just think that if these games can get there, I'm going to be really happy with the Switch 2 in this generation. It's just been a handful of games that have like really ramping frame rates up and down, or they are 30 locked. And it's like, listen, I get it. Most people will be okay with this, but you're right, Mike. At this point, I will just opt for something else.
There's some other stuff we can hope for in a direct. We still have to get a release date for Metroid Prime 4, a game that seems like it is coming out this year. It has been rated in the US, so maybe it's delayed to next year. It doesn't seem likely. Sorry, Dan Reichert.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping we hear about Metroid Prime 2 and 3 coming to the Switch in some way or another. And, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment also does not have a release date. That's technically winter, so we don't know if it's this year or next year. And, they can announce some new games. We don't know what next year's big game is. We know about some games coming out next year that are also coming out on Switch 1, like Tomodachi Life, Rhythm Heaven, nothing big. So maybe they do want us to be aware of what that marquee 2026 game, be it Animal Crossing or something else. Maybe they'll even announce a couple other things. Who knows? And then, whatever they're going to do with Mario. Are we getting a compilation of new Super Mario Brothers games? Maybe finally a port of Mario Galaxy 2. Are we going to get something new? Maybe too early for a new 3D Mario, but Mario Maker 3? If you told me Nintendo needs to make a new game because they have the mouse, it's just...
Yeah.
Okay, Mario Maker 3. I know like you... you despair a bit. Mario Maker 2 was not some giant hit, but still sold like 8 million.
It ended up at like 8 million, yeah.
Right.
That's not,
I can see why they would. It was weird that they didn't support it very much, right?
Yes, I definitely, that's what has me worried about it. But I want it real bad, so like I might be a little bit too close to it, like you were saying earlier today. And it's like, I guess you're right. When you just kind of put it on paper, they have the mouse, they want to show it off. There's like that would be a game that wouldn't be too hard to make, actually. So I would love to see it. I just don't know. As far as everything else goes, you're right that this is got to be a direct that focuses heavily on the reasons to get a Switch 2 this holiday, and that will include both games that are coming out this holiday and a big game to sort of tease people on for next year. And be like, if you pick it up now, you'll have it, and we'll be ready to go, and we could party next year with Animal Crossing or whatever the hell else that may be. I do think there's a chance we get a big tease for something from 2026. It's not a guarantee, but it feels like if they're going to put all this effort into to make it a big direct to show off the holiday games, you kind of might as well, because that will pay dividends of creating that excitement that they really want this holiday. I think, they would probably know better than we do. It feels like they have the momentum still. It feels like people are very excited about the Switch 2. But they probably don't want to take any chances, and they want to continue like, hey, we're ahead of the PS4 in terms of the rate of sales. We're way ahead of the Switch 1 in terms of the rate of sales, and that's because we have the early adopters. Did all the early adopters already jump aboard the Switch 2? We don't know, so let's just make sure people are feeling really good about this thing. We want it to become the gift of choice, and they probably are positioned to do that, but they could solidify that with a really good direct, and I think they know that. So I have my hopes up that this will be a really good one.
And if it's like, hey, we just want you to know Animal Crossing's next year, they don't have to show much. The very first teaser for Animal Crossing New Horizon was very slight. It was basically the stinger at the end of them announcing Isabelle for Smash.
Right. Yeah, it was just Isabelle sort of being like, and I got some more shit happening, right? Yeah.
And I think at the end, Tom was like, "Oh yeah, that's great, huh? I have to get ready for a game, something like that."
Yeah.
Right? So it doesn't have to be much. They do just have to say, "Hey, guess what? Next year's the Animal Crossing year." Which if it is, that seems like a good guess, but we don't know.
It's like next week, but already I'm like, come on, I want to get there. Tell me when Metroid is coming out.
No, I do want to know so bad because I mean, is it something? Is that somehow this month? That seems a little unlikely. Is it just December? Just let me know. Because I almost am in. I'm not allowing myself to get too excited about Metroid Prime 4 yet mode, even though it seems like at the worst it's just a few months away.
Exactly.
All right, Capcom says Nintendo Switch 2 sales were better than expected. Capcom CEO Harihiro Sugimoto has commented on Monster Hunter Wild sales, which were huge during the game's launch period and trailed off somewhat. When asked about the barrier of entry, it unpromptedly spoke about the Switch 2 and said that sales of the console were better than the company anticipated. So
just Wolverine holding a picture of the Switch 2 meme, just like, that's the good shit. That's what I like. It's like, oh, honey, it's not because you weren't on Switch 2.
No, I mean, he also at one point was like talking about like the PlayStation 5's too expensive, and that hurt us also. It seems like people just aren't super. Look, it's Monster Hunter Wild still sold pretty well. Right?
Yeah, I think 10 million.
It's probably sold like 10 million copies.
It sold 10 million instantaneously. The problem is that number has not grown a lot since that moment. Like that instantaneous moment of 10 million sales. Those sales fell off a cliff, and they were like comparable to what Rise has done in terms of copies sold. Rise on sale and a bunch of other things. But they didn't want to see that. They want to see that momentum carry forward, and they're not getting that. And so they're looking for excuses that people aren't thrilled with Wilds. They are, the performance, all the various reasons people have given, the rough edges being sanded off. But, they were like, hey, but man, that Switch 2, that sold really well. If we were on there, that would have changed the story. That's also true. And you brought up earlier today, it's like, going forward, maybe this whole performance problem wouldn't be a problem if you put the Switch 2 first. And it's like kind of hard to think of a reason why these companies wouldn't do that other than if they are prioritizing power. If they are still doing that, then yeah.
Especially for Monster Hunter, which for so long has been a portable first franchise. I mean, Monster Hunter Rise was Switch first, it came to PC, and then, it's like they port to PC and it looks great. So, I would much rather they do that, because first off, do you think they're even going to try to port Wilds to the Switch 2? I just can't even imagine what that would look like.
Probably not. I mean, Resident Evil 4 didn't go to Switch 1, obviously, right? But do we expect them to start doing Resident Evil RE Engine games on
Resident
Switch
Evil's
2?
A little bit different. I can kind of see why.
I get Monster Hunter is like a perfect fit for the handheld. Like, of course it is. And I'm like just wondering about the technology behind it. I don't know. No, I don't expect Wilds to go to the Switch. I expect them to do a new Monster Hunter game, a follow-up to Rise, and that will be the return to form, and they can use that as a whole new clean break for Monster Hunter, and then that game will become the Monster Hunter game.
Yeah, it's funny because it's almost going to kind of work out that we're limited by the Switch 2, so no more big open world thing.
Thank God.
Yeah. I'll be like, that's fine. We don't mind picking missions and going on them. That's okay.
It will be very kind of poetic, because the highest point of Monster Hunter before Wilds and World was on portable. It was on the PSP and the 3DS. So it will be pretty cool if they do it again, and then that becomes like the mainstay.
It feels like likely that this is going to be like. It sounds like they're aching to do that from this conversation they had in public of like, hey, how's Monster Hunter doing? God, that Switch 2, huh? Like that was his response.
It's hilarious. They're like, why didn't anyone tell us?
Yeah. It's like, first of all, we weren't talking about Switch. What's happening here? It just seems like they are aching to do this. So yeah, I expect that to be kind of what happens.
Imagine if they port World to the Switch 2. That would be pretty cool, because World runs pretty well.
Yeah, do Switch. Yeah, do this Monster Hunter World Plus or something. That might be interesting. Honestly,
that game looks great. So I think they should do that. Do it, Nintendo. Do it, Capcom. You can do it.
They probably won't do it because they don't want people playing instead of
That's true.
Rise right now. But I would love to get just a Monster Hunter or a set of Wilds. I'd love a Monster Hunter Rise Switch 2 upgrade. Right?
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
I'd just probably go back to playing that. All right, and then Silksong release timing and price has been revealed. The game's going to cost $20. For us East Coasters,
it's just one Silk Song, Michael. How much could it cost? $20?
Just $20. 10 a.m. Eastern. Anyways, on September 4th there. So it'll be 7 a.m. Pacific time there. So gosh, that is just 2 days away. Jeff, Hollow Knight Silksong is almost here. It is a meme, no more. Now we get to live in the world where it is just another one of these video games.
Yeah, I think I've decided I'm going to hop aboard this as soon as it's out. I'm going to try to just play it alongside everyone else, so not to be left behind.
You gonna Silk Song along?
I'm gonna Silk Song along. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Hey, cool. This game should come out. It is coming out. Only $20. That is a power move. Obviously, they can afford to do it because they know this game's going to sell millions of copies. So you might as well make it a little bit more accessible and just sell another couple million copies because it's more affordable. People are going to be moved by this price. It's impressive.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine the first Hollow Knight probably came out at a very similar
$15.
Yeah,
it was $15.
Yeah, but they could have gone 40 for this one.
They could have gone at least 30, and I don't think anyone would have blinked. No one would have said anything at 30. 40 would have been a bit much. People would have been like, "Oh wow, that's kind of a lot," but we get it. It's Silk Song. $20.
Think there's a chance we get a Spoon Heaven reference in this baby?
I think there's like a 1%, like a half of a percent of a chance. Yes.
I'll take this chance. Better chances than Pragmata being Mega Man.
Yeah, 1 in 200 chance. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like a reference in some flavor text, not an achievement. It's definitely not going to be an achievement, but in some flavor text, maybe.
I'm super excited. I'm going to do a long stream on Giant Bomb on Thursday, basically playing until it's time to do our Game as the Sideshow. So, going to be good stuff. All right, that's it for our news topics. I said we got a bunch of super chats coming in. Thank you, everybody. We're going to get to those. Then we're going to do a top 10 Metroidvanias list to celebrate the upcoming release of Silk Song. We're going to have a fun time tonight. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Jeff, let's hear from these super chats.
Yeah, all right, let's start here with Minotti's Fruit Emporium, who says, have you guys checked out Kill the Brickman? It's by Ponkel, same people who did Vampire Survivors. It's a little like Balatro meets Snood Grapefruit. Grapefruit is the addendum here.
Okay, interesting.
This sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's the... Well, Ponkel's it's the publisher, right?
Yes, okay, so it's by Ponkel. It's Kill the Brickman is the name of the game.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Okay, so I think is it a breakout kind of thing? Doesn't quite look like it. It definitely looks a bit more bobbly or peggly.
Okay.
Sort of.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah.
All right, I will check this out. I'll put it on the Steam Deck and play some of it, and maybe talk about it on Bombcast next week or this show next week. All right. Next one, Simon from Saskatchewan. List to correct. This is, let's see here. There's a little list. Let me see if I can parse this. The Savvy Gamers 20 gaming mascots we've all forgotten. So they're saying this is a list we can.
List to fix.
Yes, fix a list. Yes. How is Mega Man on it? What's your favorite forgotten mascot? Is it Blinks? Okay. Well, it's not Blinks, but yeah.
Yeah, look, I know we haven't exactly got a new Mega Man in a while, but yeah, let's not be like, oh, nobody remembers Mega Man. Okay, maybe you tell me, Jeff. Maybe I'm a little too close.
I think, no one's forgotten Mega Man.
He shouldn't be on this list with Alex Kidd and Vex and Earthworm Jim and Ty the Tasmanian Devil. Oh, Sparkster's on here, though. Definitely forgotten.
Yeah, he's forgotten for sure. That's like the level we're talking about. Mega Man is not anywhere near any of those.
Okay, I don't think Mega Man is on this. Oh, I think they want Mega Man on the list. No,
okay, that would be how is Mega Man not on it? But that's what they said. How is Mega Man on it?
See, I don't think Mega Man's. I don't think Mega Man's even forgotten by Capcom. I know there's been a game in a while. And I say this all the time. I don't really mind this break for Mega Man entirely. It's okay. We had a lot of Mega Man games. You can wait a little bit till there's something really worth doing.
Simon from Saskatchewan's back says, Mike, your next 2019 Apology Tour game should be Eternity: The Last Unicorn. No need to look it up. Just start playing and enjoy. I'm going to
look it up is what I'm going to do.
Eternity: The Last.
Yeah, I looked. I mean, there's like a couple other games, but boy, I feel like once I now finish. Oh my God. Eternity: The Last Unicorn.
It doesn't have nudity. So,
well, then what the hell? I'm not playing it. But no, once I do Disco Elysium, I think I'm going to be just like an absolute expert in 2010. I had so much fun doing this, Jeff, that I was looking at other years.
This has been
like,
fun.
What's another year I can do? And every other year I was on point. Every other year I was on top of it, just playing all the important games. Some of 2019, I didn't play like the 6 most important games that year.
It was Hearthstone and World of Warcraft. It was definitely
Hearthstone and Overwatch. Yeah, I think so. I think that's exactly what it was. Very weird.
Eternity: The Last Unicorn is an artificially difficult action RPG with glitchy combat that excludes many potential players. The lore is okay. It's
great. It's based on lore, Norse mythology.
No, yeah, finally. It's a clunky old school RPG. I don't know. It sounds a little bit like a Blight Club game. Maybe we should check it out.
It is 2019. It kind of, man, is it like? I kind of like the way this looks. It looks like somebody made the first Witcher game on their own in 2019
in their garage with a box of scraps. Yeah.
Okay.
Simon from Saskatchewan here again. Finished OG and Z Dragon Ball. Is GT worth watching? I think people don't like GT, but they like Super. But I only have ever watched Dragon Ball and Z.
I never watched GT. The reputation was so rancid in 2. When they localized it here, they didn't do the first 13 episodes or something. So even like the first VHS tape of it was really off-putting and bad. I don't know. I think like the prequels, GT's being reevaluated these days.
Oh, Jeff. Everything's being reevaluated. All right.
I think GT's being reevaluated. I don't know. I mean, if you're look, I would probably worry more about Super. You said you watched the original and Z. You watch Super, which is canon now, instead of GT.
I still need to watch those movies, those Super movies. Yeah. Are those on any streaming services? I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead, but people check it on.
Yeah, they are. I watched them on them, I think.
Okay.
One of the weird ones. They're somewhere.
All right. Lex Luddy says, bad few weeks, but the GB content has been great. Thank you. You're welcome, Lex. Sorry to hear that. You hang in there. We have your back. So, let us know if you need anything. And enjoy your trip that's coming up here.
Where's Lex going?
Japan.
Oh.
If you need something from Japan, I know someone you can talk to get something.
Drugs?
Sure. If that's what you need, yeah. Like the Japanese Midol or whatever, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, do they like drugs in Japan? Are they doing a lot of crystal meth in Japan?
Not anymore. They really don't like drugs in Japan. Remember, like that one guy like smoked weed and got deleted from his career or whatever. Like the guy that was in Yakuza. It's like, okay, Jesus.
It's like a country where Dare really like got its
it's a country invented by Dare. Yes.
They all went to Dare camp with Dan.
All right, let's see here. T Bucket says, hey, Jeff, what did you think of college football week 1? Really enjoyed it myself and glad bird flipping Bama fan will be immortalized as a meme. Yeah, me too. I appreciated that. I enjoyed myself. I'm glad football is back. I thought the college football looks pretty good this year. The Ohio State game was also pretty good, so I'm looking forward to playing them later this year. Joe Beezer said, did we ever get that Mickey rap someone paid good money for? Or, excuse me, Mikey rap. I don't know why I read that as Mickey. Mike is working on it. That is something that will probably debut at this year's Extra Life, right? Is that the deadline you're comfortable with?
I'll get done before then. Hey, look, for a while there, I was being perhaps a bit of a procrastinating piece of shit. Then I actually got very busy.
Yes, he's
so
had 2 jobs. Yeah.
I have one job now. I quit that job so that I can help you all with this. Actually, it's the first time we've done a podcast since I've been done at GamesBeat.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't work at GamesBeat anymore, everybody. Hello, yeah.
How about that? Yeah. Gosh, that's wild. Considering that Game Aside was GamesBeat Decides originally. It's the first time we've done one of our podcasts together where neither of us works at GamesBeat.
Yeah. I was reading your story about leaving, and it was like 13 years. That's a long time to work somewhere.
If it wasn't for like Dean having been there before me and still there, I'm like, that has to be some kind of record for Games Media. Now, there were some Game Informed people who were at that magazine a very long time throughout its entire
anyone working at one place for north of 10 years is
in this industry.
Yeah, like that's like 5% of people, maybe. All right, let's see here. I think I was like just under 10 years, actually. That must have been.
Yeah, you're pretty close. You're pretty close.
Okay, Joe Beezer said that one. So Jason Fulton is here with, given the online news over the weekend, the day it happens, how are the two of you going to celebrate? I've already said I'm going to fly an American flag at 1.5 mast. I'm gonna fly it
Oh.
or double staff maybe. I'll figure out how to do it. 2 flagpoles on top of one another. That's just because I'm so patriotic.
I'll watch Home Alone 2 a bunch.
Yeah.
Do a lot of shots at that moment.
Yes, and know that no one's going to be getting those residual checks anymore. Gadget Mike says, "Hey Mike, how was your first one full-time job work day since Giant Bomb's independence? 2 full jobs seems really tough. Also, make Jeff play Silk Song."
Guys, I can't. I didn't think it would actually help my mental health this much. It was. We had a meeting earlier, and I was late to it because I forgot in my defense, we moved the meeting from normal, so I missed that one. But even just like during the meeting and during doing Bombcast and not having to worry about getting Slack messages from the other job or like being worried about being in a meeting at one place, I'm like, ooh, but I'm missing a meeting at the other place. I hope they're not mad at me. Oh, and then like doing all this, like, ooh, I still have 5 things to do over there, so I'm gonna be working late tonight. Oh yeah, much better. 2 full-time jobs. 2 full-time jobs is very difficult. I don't recommend it.
Yeah, now we just have the one full-time job and this gig. This shit we do over here.
Gig is fine. Gigs are okay, right? It's a gig economy. It's okay, but yeah, 2 actual jobs. Ugh.
Yeah, no thanks.
I'm happy for you, Mike.
Thank you, Christian.
You definitely earned that rest.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Christian.
All right, let's see here from Input Video here. Jeff, you could put your dino costume now, put it away now. Leaving it on the floor will attract rats. Yeah, like at a certain point, you take it off and it sits there. You know, okay, it's there for next week, and then you take it off, or because you're used to that. I stopped noticing it, and now it's like I don't even see it there. Like I was like, what dino costume are they talking about? It's like, oh yeah, the costume for Blight Club. I probably should go get that cleaned up. The problem is I have a bin in this closet with my costumes from Blight Club, and it's buried under a bunch of stuff, and also one of the shelving units collapsed, and so a bunch of bins have sort of tipped over. It's not as bad of a mess as it sounds like, but having to fix that will probably cause a mess. So I'm kind of putting that off, and I can't put this away until I deal with that. So that'll be this weekend.
My costume did come in, by the way.
Yeah. All right. Tomorrow, everybody.
It's soft. That's all I can say about it is that it's soft.
All right. Well, fair enough. JCap31K8N says, "Got my work fantasy football draft tomorrow night. Who were each of your first round picks?" Oh God, who was
nice.
I
went number 4. I got CD Lamb. So
you remember what I got? I was looking at Jahmyr Gibbs, and then I wasn't able to get it. Now I don't remember. Let me see here. I'm gonna get into Fantasy Critic instead. I'll look it up and I'll tell you here in a second. All right, from 4 Bayleaf Moon, Claire, Obscure, Bonanza, Silk Song, Metroid 4, 2025. Hey.
It's a very good year. Yeah. Do you think it's an all-timer year, or you think it's just a very good year?
I think it's a very good year. And I think that's awesome. Like we there's a handful of all-timer years, and you know them when you see them. And I think this is a year that just had a ton of great video games. And that's a different thing, and I'm very happy that we get these years still.
It ain't 2023.
It's not, and it's not 2017. It's not 2008.
2004. I'll tell you what, 2019 is a pretty good year, I've discovered, actually.
Yeah, 2019 was very good, yes. This year's pretty comparable to like a 2019.
Yeah, maybe that's fair.
All right, let's see here from...
Blue Prince was this year. Ooh, I gotta like Blue Prince a lot.
Yeah, the guy at the place tonight, the Chinese restaurant that I was at, he was like, "Did you play Blue Prince?" I'm like, yes, I did. And
we did.
That was like the proof to him that I was a real gamer, he said. I'm like, thank you.
That's actually a decent... Yeah. It's a decent one for that.
I agree. All right, let's see here from Daily Beating. "I'm hoping for Mario Odyssey Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus Mario's 40th B-Day Bash as an expansion for my Fantasy Critic hopes. I drafted the new 3D Mario."
Oh, would that work? They should make never mind what I said in the podcast. They should absolutely make an expansion for Mario Odyssey.
I don't think that would work. I don't know. I was like, I'm in that Discord now, and they take their categorization very seriously. So I don't know if that would actually qualify, but I hope for your sake it does. Mr. Padrig says, "Did you all know the Pokemon anime opening singer did a tasteless parody of the intro for Ron Paul in 2008? Pattiness."
I think I did know this.
I don't remember that, but that's pretty funny. Honestly, the idea of Ron Paul, and you know what, the idea of the year 2008 in politics is very funny at this point.
Yeah.
It's like, what were we thinking back then? Of course, like things are so much better.
You slip that guy at 50, he'll sing that song for you.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I've heard him like come back to do it a lot of times.
The most amazing thing from that involves Pokemon and politics will still be
Pokemon go to the polls.
no, it was what's his name? The black politician that quoted the Pokemon movie in his speech, and he's like,
"Oh my God, yeah, the
Herman-
Mewtwo quote."
"Yeah, the Mewtwo quote. Yeah, that's like Herman Cain. Thank you, Grant.
Herman Cain.
That was, I don't know, something broke that day, and I don't know if it was for the better, but it was amazing.
Yeah, nothing's been quite right since then. That and 9/11.
Now those are the two moments that things became unmoored. So the Stone Toad. Hey Mario, wait, do you want to read this one in your Toad voice?
Oh sure, okay. Hey Mario, you're 40 years old now, so you better take your Rudy Poo candy ass for a colonoscopy, and that's the bottom line, cause Stone Toad said so.
Okay, I hope Stone Toad shows up way more often. That's very good. Antonio Morales says, as a big Dragon Ball fan, you guys got it right. I watched the whole series multiple times in 3 languages, owned the whole Dragon Ball Z and GT series on VHS. GT has great ideas, but really did not execute well. Watch Super.
There you go.
A real freak.
Yeah.
We love him.
Yeah. I mean, all you're gonna miss out on is Super Saiyan 4, and they put that in that Daima miniseries thing now, which you could also watch Daima. So there.
Right. He's canon now.
Mike, we're going to need your input for this next one. Jason Finelli says, ever do an auction draft for fantasy football? Oh, no, I thought you said auto draft. So, no, never mind. I'll still ask you about that when we're done here. Ever do an auction draft for fantasy football? You get some wild results. One dude paid $70 of his $200 budget for Bijan last night in my draft. That's crazy, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's fun, but we have just this one draft. We've been doing the normal thing forever.
Yeah.
It's a very old league now. I don't think anyone's going to be up for some big change. We're still using Yahoo Fantasy because that's what we start with. Is that a boomer thing, using Yahoo Fantasy for fantasy? Seems like they have a pretty good one.
Fantasy football is kind of a boomer thing, right? A little bit. But no, Yahoo Fantasy is like one of the accepted ones. It's one of the ones that a lot of people still use. It's like the one reason anyone uses Yahoo at all now.
Oh, yeah. Finelli says they use Yahoo for that. Yeah, I think that probably is the only thing that Yahoo has going, right?
Well, that and Tumblr, of course.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they bought Tumblr. Mike auto-drafted last year and won the Super Bowl. So, yeah.
Yeah. That's great. I drafted for real this year. Probably won't do nearly as well.
Yeah, right, exactly. What were you going to say, Christian?
Do you have like here in Argentina, a magazine will run the fantasy football type thing, and if you did really well, they will keep score on their like database or whatever, and you could win like real money. Is there something like that over there? Like, is there like a company that runs a fantasy draft?
Yes, there's a bunch of like daily fantasy drafts. There's regular fantasy drafts and regular fantasy leagues that have money and stuff like that.
Is that what DraftKings is, right?
DraftKings started as one of those daily fantasy ones where it's like there's a game happening today, or there's 8 games happening today. Pick your 6 players that you think will beat everyone else in this pool, and you could win some money. There's that version, but there's also the regular version where you could play for money, and there's all these different ways of combining that stuff. Yeah, there's a million variations because gambling got super legal here in the last 5 years.
Oh, shit. Yeah. When I was a kid, I remember like old people like filling up like a letter of things that came in the magazine, and they will send that shit, and then they will come back. It was a whole system they had.
This cat is attacking your face.
Jeff, I have bad news for you. Yahoo apparently sold Tumblr in 2019.
Oh, fuck. There's no beauty left in this world.
There's nothing left.
There's no love left in this world.
I stopped paying attention to Yahoo business news maybe forever ago. All right, let's see here. This cat is in the way. Simon from Saskatchewan is back. Now that Mike has one job, does that mean we will get mugs on the GV store? What are your this got cut off. Let me go here.
What are your very early Super Bowl picks?
Yes.
Worst team predictions?
Mugs. Guys, don't worry. We'll sneak one in the store.
No, you can't. You don't know how it works.
I will figure it out.
Right, you will. Yeah, you're going to beat Baldur's Gate 3 any minute.
The Detroit Lions are going to win the Super Bowl, and the worst team will be the Cleveland Browns. I'm sorry, but they're going to have to be the worst again this year.
Are we supposed to be better this year? I don't even really know.
You are supposed to be better this year, but not much.
Oh, great. So we'll still be bad.
Yeah.
We'll still be bad then, sure.
And then the hero of time. Hi, Jeff Grubb and Mike Sonati. Are you keeping up with Half-Life 3 leaks? With the return of Metroid Prime, I'd love to pick up the crowbar again to really milk that era of nostalgia. Love you, boys.
Yeah, I got so excited, I believe last year that at one point I seriously said during a show that I think we're going to see Half-Life 3 at the Game Awards. And ever since then, I've retreated quite a bit. I was like, that was a stupid thing to say. Got a little caught up there in some excitement. No, I mean, now that we have Silksong, it's like all eyes are back on Half-Life 3 again, which is different. A game that hasn't ever really even been announced.
Yeah, that's true. It's been canceled several times, but never been announced. Right. I do think it's happening, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, when Valve launches its console, it's doing that new hardware. Maybe they'll want to have Half-Life for that. We'll see. I think, we are all caught up on Super Chats, Mike, so the show's back over to you.
All right, fantastic. We're going to take a quick break here, get set up, and then we are going to put our brains together and come up with a top 10 list of our 10 favorite 2D Metroidvanias.
I like it.
Be right back, everyone. All right, Jeff, we're back. Let's put our noggins together here. Come up with a list of the 10 best Metroidvanias. Oh, I just sneeze. Oh, no.
Super Metroid!
Oh, what? Oh, yeah.
Try to cover
normally, sometimes we do Mount Rushmores, which is a different flavor and also not very many slots, so it's fun to fight over that. I think we've done that before this. Also, there's so many ones. And this way, we don't have to have a whole, only one entry per franchise rule.
Yeah.
Right? We could do a bit more than that. Super Metroid. Yeah, let's consider that one. Why don't we put that one in number one for right now, just for funsies?
All right, sounds good. I think that looks good to me.
Yeah. I guess we should do the other one, too. Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, okay. I'll accept it. It's not my favorite Castlevania, but I recognize its importance, and I'm completely okay with this.
All right, fantastic. Which one would you do next, Jeff?
Yeah, should we kind of get the Metroids and the Castlevanias out of the way? I don't know if we need another Castlevania necessarily. We could, but
we could.
I think Metroid Dread is right there playing with the big boys in this genre.
We could do Dread also.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up there for now.
See if we want to do this. Like I said, we can we could just actually list these things by how good we think they are.
Yep, Metroid Dread. Okay, what do you got?
Yeah. I would like to do Hollow Knight now. Actually,
okay.
Give me Hollow Knight.
All right. I will do. Let's see here. That one's kind of close. I'll do it if you're not going to. Apparently, you don't care about these games anymore. Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
I was gonna get to it. I still like Ori and the Will of the Wisps a lot. Give me Prince of Persia and the Lost Crown.
Yeah, that's real good.
That's the good shit right there.
Okay. I think I will go with, it's a Metroidvania in most of the ways I think matter. SteamWorld Dig 2?
Yeah.
No, I thought you were going to say Dead Cells.
Absolutely not. I won't allow
Dead Cells. It has Metroidvania elements. I'm not going to consider that a Metroidvania game.
Mm-hmm. God, I was about to do the joke, but with you, because apparently you don't care about SteamWorld Dig 2 anymore. Okay, I'll do Castlevania Aria of Sorrow now.
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah, I want that one to see. I don't know why I suddenly did an old
what happened to you?
Partner?
It hurt coming out.
Metroid Zero Mission.
Oh shit!
Well, now we gotta do Fusion as well.
Okay, all right. Yep.
Because we got to have the old Fusion. Oh wow!
I replayed Fusion after being kind of dismissive of it for a long time and been like, oh no, wait, this game actually owns.
It's up there. It's right up there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Give me some Guacamelee 2.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
I feel bad I haven't really played the Blasphemous games. Have you? Do you think they could
I've not played the Blasphemous games. I should. Right. I feel bad as well. All right, let's see here. God, is there anything else that comes to mind as obvious on this list, or should we?
I will say that I straight up do not like a couple. I like them okay, but there's a couple of big ones that don't do a whole lot for me.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about Shadow Complex. I like Shadow Complex quite a bit. It would maybe sneak into number 10 on mine. But,
maybe you could put it on there. I think it's fallen off because there's been so many good ones.
Right.
Honestly, there's like some other of the Castlevanias I would get up there. Like,
yeah.
I still like Circle of the Moon.
I love Circle of the Moon. Okay, we're playing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Portrait of Ruin.
Circle of the Moon's the thing that got me into Castlevania Metroidvania games. Like, that's what I was like, holy shit, this rules.
Dawn of Sorrow is still very good.
Yeah.
You can delete it later. Can you put Order of Ecclesia?
Sure,
we can do Order.
Thank you.
That's the one that's like almost not a Metroidvania.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different structure-wise. It's still there. You didn't love Animal Well, right?
that's right.
I don't think Animal Well needs to quite consider it. I thought Gato Roboto was just
It's okay.
okay.
Yeah.
What's the other one that everybody really liked? Well, I
Axie
never.
Verge?
What's the Axie
Axie
Verge?
Verge. I don't love Axie.
I didn't.
Verge.
And then the sequel I didn't play. Cave Story's one that I think is okay. I'm not super crazy about it.
Everyone else in the earth has played Cave Story, and I never did.
I played it back when it was like an early indie hit, back when we didn't have that many indie games like that one. Time Spinner. That's that game I got into a fight with Chris about because he thought it looked like Mega Man X. I'm like, it's clearly a Castlevania thing.
Right.
It's okay.
It's okay. It doesn't need to be up there?
Yeah, I don't think it needs to be up there.
Okay.
Only ever played a little bit of Dust and Elysian Tale.
I played.
I'm surprised
Dust
multiple
Elysian
people have
Tale,
said
sorry.
Time Spinner. I was like, no one ever talks about that game.
Did you ever play Fist Forged in Shadow Torch?
No. What's that?
That was a recent one. It's kind of like it's the 2.5D you play as like a rabbit with a metal arm. I never played it, but I remember people being like, "That's a good Metroidvania," and I never got around to it. So I was wondering if you had played it, but you haven't, so we don't have to include it.
Right, Yoko's Island Express.
Yeah, I like Yoku's Island Express a lot. It is like the next tier down for me. So do you have any love for Yoku's?
I don't think I have exceptional. I like it, but yeah, a top 10 is maybe asking.
It's going to be tough to get on the top 10 for Yoku's.
Of it, yeah, for sure.
Mark of the Ninja is not really a Metroidvania, right?
Yeah, we're doing 2D, so no like Arkham Asylum here.
Yeah, but Mark of the Ninja. Sorry, not Arkham.
No, I was agreeing with you, but I saw someone else said Arkham Asylum. Yeah, sorry, I was moving too fast.
Yeah, listen, if we're doing just all Metroidvanias, Arkham Asylum would be on there for sure.
Did we talk about Rain World? Sorry if we already did.
Talk about what?
I don't know if I ever played that.
Rain World.
Oh no, Rain World, is that? Yeah, no,
I think that's a Metroidvania. I played. I didn't finish it. But I played a decent amount. It was pretty good.
Oh yeah,
I've seen
Bloodstained.
a lot of people say. Oh, I like Bloodstained, but again, it's like that. It's a tier below for me.
Okay, yeah,
It's not top tier.
I think I agree with that.
I see a lot of people saying Shinobi, and I'm like, I don't. It has some of those elements, but that's not a Metroidvania to me.
Yeah, we're talking about the new Shinobi. Is that
the new one? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I have not played enough to notice Metroidvania stuff.
No, there's nothing you haven't noticed. It's just the fact that like the levels have some secret paths and you get some upgrades. You can go back to them. That's,
okay.
Messenger is more of one, and I really like the Messenger. Jeff doesn't like the Messenger. I don't know.
It just didn't click for me. That's all. Yeah, I expected a lot more of it. I
expect a lot more of you.
Any of the Shantae games? I know there's a couple of Shantaes that are Metroidvania-ish.
That's the one. Yeah, the best one isn't really a Metroidvania, right?
No, that's right.
Pirate's Curse or whatever. So I don't think any of those.
Ori and the Blind Forest.
It's just, boy, I do still like that one. Maybe it still gets on there. Let's see.
Okay.
I don't hate Dead Cells. First off, it's not a Metroidvania, but yeah, I don't like it as much as other people. For sure. Stop ignoring Blade Chimera. I haven't played Blade Chimera. Cave Story's not going to make it.
I've played Blade Chimera, and it's like one of those games that I think I should like way more than I end up liking it. I don't know what it is. I'd have to explore that somewhere else. Okay, here's what we have so far: Super Metroid, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Metroid Dread, Hollow Knight, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, SteamWorld Dig 2. Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, Metroid Zero Mission, Metroid Fusion, Guacamelee 2, Shadow Complex, Castlevanias, Circle of the Moon, Order of Ecclesia, Dawn of Sorrow, and Ori and the Blind Forest. Anything else we're missing?
That seems pretty good to me. I mean, there's a lot of other good ones.
Yeah, we're just doing the 2D ones again, chat. Just the 2D ones.
I do think Blasphemous is the one I feel the worst about not having played either of those. Otherwise, I feel comfortable enough with Blasphemous. Excuse me. I know people like that Ender Lilies game too.
I tried that as well, and I've heard great things about the combat. I just didn't get into anything else about it, so I kind of didn't see what everyone loved about the combat so much. So yeah.
Did you tried a Nine Souls, right?
I did, yes. That was in a similar situation where I was like, I kind of get it, but like I'm bouncing off of it. I don't know. People love Nine Souls, though. I wish I would have spent more time with it.
All right, why don't we start ordering this? Chat, you can throw out some more if you want. Oh, I never played the Mummy Demastered. I do want to play that.
I always meant to play that too. Yeah.
I just love that there is a good Metroidvania based off of that Tom Cruise movie.
The back movie,
yeah.
What about Shadow Labyrinth, the Pac-Man game?
It's all right. It's good. I don't think it's amazing, but it's good.
Yeah, I'm just like I was looking on Steam's Metroidvania tag real quick to see if we missed anything, and I don't think so. Shinobi is here. That's wild, but I guess it gets tagged with featuring elements like that. Okay.
Yeah, very slowly. I liked that Mickey game. I don't think it makes it here, but that like Mickey just platform Metroidvania was fun.
It's a very good. It's very good, especially as like my first Metroidvania. So yeah, I like that a lot. But it's not going to make the top 10. All right. So you think we're good with what we have so far, and if we need to add anything later, we could, of course.
Yeah, it sounds good to me. Okay. So I think I would put Super Metroid at number 1 still.
I think I would too. Yes.
I think people who follow this show know that me and you just adore Super Metroid. I think one time we did a thing. What's the best game ever? We decided it was Super Metroid. So yeah,
that's right. Yes, exactly. It's gonna be hard to compete with that.
Mm-hmm. Now number 2, interesting. That could be a bunch of these. I could say something that I think there's some other Castlevanias you like more. I could absolutely say that it is Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Honestly, I think that game is still just absolutely incredible. I could do another Metroid. A part of me thinks I would put a couple of other ones before the next best Metroid, which would probably be Dread. What are you thinking for number 2?
Yeah, like for me, it is like I'm probably a Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I would be okay with that. I mean, I think I probably would go with Metroid Dread. Or Castlevania, and then maybe SteamWorld Dig 2. Even Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. There's a lot of stuff vying for the spot. What was yours again, Ori? I'm like, Ori feels like number 3 to me. I'm okay with it if you really want to push it to number 2, though.
I mean, I'd rather have Symphony of the Night number 2, honestly.
I think we should probably just go. I mean, I know that's the most obvious 1 and 2, but it's because it's right.
Sometimes it'd be like that. You
exactly.
know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then Super Metroid, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I think that's right.
And then you're right. Then I think like the next ones to me that I'm thinking about. Well, I'm thinking about Hollow Knight at this point. I know you never quite got into it as much as I did. I could also do Will the Wisp. I could do Prince of Persia. I can do Metroid Dread at this point. That's such a clusterfuck of awesome games.
I'm okay with Hollow Knight at number 3. I think it sounds like it's earned that. But then I think, maybe Metroid Dread at number 4. It's just like, as we start doing this, it's like, man, now we're pushing Ori down to 5, and then Lost Crown is number 6. That starts to feel rough real fast, but I get it.
I like Dread a lot. I think I might like Lost Crown and Will of the Wisp more than Dread.
Really? Okay.
I don't know. Maybe.
All right, well then we can move that down. That's fine. Because I think I'm like, when I'm looking at it, I'm feeling really bad about Prince of Persia falling down, and I don't want that. So, okay. So then Hollow Knight, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and then Prince of Persia and the Lost Crown at number 6, and then Metroid Dread at number 7. Is that right? I'm sorry. Prince of Persia and Lost Crown at number 5. Those numbers are wrong now. And then Metroid Dread at number 6. Let me just put hashes here instead.
Yeah, okay. So right now we have number 1, Super Metroid, 2, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, 3, Hollow Knight, 4, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, 5, Prince of Persia: Lost Crown, 6, Metroid Dread. There's that seems pretty right. I mean, we have SteamWorld Dig 2 there, which is very good. I know a big favorite of yours as well. Would you want that there? Or would you want to push up another Castlevania above it or something like that?
I mean, SteamWorld Dig 2 has got the most perfect loop in video games to me, and so I do think it probably is right there. But I don't want to lock it in. As we talk out some of these other Castlevanias and even some of these other Metroids, I might still want to try to move those up a little bit. But right now, SteamWorld Dig 2 is looking good in that spot. That is number 7, right? Yeah, number 7 feels right for that so far.
And maybe I would do Aria of Sorrow actually after that. I think that is.
Yeah.
I think that's the. Like what? Okay, what is the other Castlevania? It's so hard because a lot of those are very close to there. Like there's a bunch of A's for me.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
Aria of Sorrow, Circle of the Moon, Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, Order of Ecclesia. The only one that's like a B for me would be Harmony of Dissonance, mostly just because the music's not very good.
Aria of Sorrow probably is right for next. When I'm looking at the rest, so it's Aria of Sorrow or Circle of the Moon. Between those are actually the two I would consider for next on the list. So
I probably would too.
And I think Aria of Sorrow as a game edges out Circle of the Moon, even though I just have a real soft spot for Circle of the Moon. So yeah, I think let's leave Aria of Sorrow there.
I probably would do Aria of Sorrow for sure.
Yeah. And then at that point, it's like I don't necessarily need to get Circle of the Moon up there next, so we could do something different. But it's like, God, then I see Metroid Zero Mission. I'm like, yeah, maybe that's actually next. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, do we want Zero Mission and or Fusion on there? I would say I am Team Fusion when it comes to those two. I think they're both very good, and they're both similar in a lot of ways. I like Fusion a little bit more. I like the setting of Fusion. I think the space station stuff is neat. I don't know why. I just like the flavor of it. Which one do you prefer actually of the two?
These days always it's been Zero Mission.
Okay.
I like Fusion a lot. Fusion's one I definitely came around on hard the last time I played it. But it does guide you a bit more than I like. It puts guardrails up, I should say. Guides maybe not the right word, but it puts up guardrails in a strong way. And Zero Mission's just such a pure form of that game, and it feels so tight. And it could be a toss-up between these two. So I get it. Like, do we want to consider like Guacamelee 2 at this point or something like that? I don't know.
I just want to say, like, I agree with that criticism Fusion, but I think Zero Mission does pretty much the same thing. It's very much like, go here, now go here. It does lay it out pretty strictly. It's not necessarily a terrible thing. They both do it. I mean, Guacamelee, what I like about Guacamelee 2 is that it's I think it's like the only one of these I've ever played that has figured out co-op.
Oh
in
yeah,
a good way. I think all the other ones have struggled with that. I think the chicken abilities are fun. Maybe Guacamelee 2 deserves some love here, actually.
I mean, we could do Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, then Guacamelee 2, and then what would we have? One spot left? That'd be right.
And you know what? If you have one spot left, you want to give it the Zero Mission. Sean's a big fan of that one too. That's okay.
I think that sounds right to me. Okay, all right. So then let's see here. Let's move Guacamelee 2 up here. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that would do it. Okay. So let me put these numbers in.
So what's not making it would be Metroid Fusion, Shadow Complex, Circle of the Moon, or Ecclesia, Dawn of Sorrow, or In the Blind Forest. A bunch of other games people have been bringing up. Lots of good games, for sure. Okay. You can tell me no.
Uh-oh.
What do you think about a tight spot for 10 for Zero Mission and Fusion? Or is that coward shit? You can tell me if it's coward shit.
It's definitely coward shit, but I don't know if I hate it.
It's okay. Let's not do it. Let's just do Zero Mission. It's okay.
You sure?
You know what? Despite what people think, I don't always have to have my way.
They're applauding you, Mike.
Character growth.
They love the growth. All right.
That's right.
So the top 10 2D Metroidvania games of all time, according to the people who decide these things, is, starting from number 10, Metroid Zero Mission. Number 9, Guacamelee 2. Number 8, Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. Number 7, SteamWorld Dig 2. Number 6, Metroid Dread. Number 5, Prince of Persia and the Lost Crown. Number 4, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Number 3, Hollow Knight. Number 2, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And number 1, Super Metroid.
I like this genre a lot.
Yeah,
sounds like good games. Nobody even brought up that Strider game that we like.
Oh, that's right. That is like close to being in that top tier for me. I like that game a whole bunch.
I think it's definitely one of the most underrated ones.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, it doesn't get brought up nearly enough. But, there's so many of these that I could swap, like, especially that that 3 to 6 slot there, Hollow Knight, Ori, Prince of Persia, Metroid Dread, I could kind of move those around almost any which way.
Yeah.
They're all so good. Prince of Persia and Lost Crown being as good it was is still one of my favorite surprises ever from a video game.
Yep.
I still can't believe how good it was.
Yeah, I love that game. Yeah.
In fact, I was like, somebody's like, oh, I think maybe the combat or in freaking Shinobi is even better than Prince of Persia Lost Crown. Nah, it's not.
No.
Prince of Persia Lost Crown was so good.
Not when, especially when you have all your tools in Prince of Persia, and you're just doing things that you're like, man, I can't believe they let you do this in this game. That's a special game, and that's number 5 on this list. Yeah. All right, very cool. You're right. I like this genre a lot. We'll do this again with 3D Metroidvanias, maybe top 5. I don't know how many 3D Metroidvanias are there really.
It's so weird because there's so many. That's one is like so many games that have the elements of that. There's some very pure ones like Metroid Dread, Arkham City,
or Prime, yeah.
Even like stuff like people say Control is kind of one of those, and kind of is
kinda.
right.
Yeah, right.
Kind of is.
All right, record number 1. That's right, Dat Boy Jerry. Okay, wait. This is your show. I'm gonna let you do this now.
Yeah. All right. Let's take one more break. We'll see if we got any more super chats. Let's talk about what we've been playing, and we'll start wrapping things up. Be right back, everyone. Okie dokie, we are back. Jeff, been playing any of them there in Nintendo games?
I've been playing a lot of one on the Switch 2 that I can't talk about yet, so I'll save that for a couple of weeks. Nothing too, to anticipate anybody, so I'm not teasing anything, but I just letting you know, things have been taking up my time, so not much else happening on the Switch 2, other than Kirby. Kirby I have been playing. Yes. And I was playing some more of it after the Bombcast today, and I continue. Every time I pick it up, I'm just like, I love the way this game looks. It looks so good. And then, of course, it plays fantastic. It has all the the great elements that always made Kirby, those for Forgotten Land. But it's just like, God, this game just pops off the screen now. The visuals were always really well done, but that 60 frames per second goes a long way to making it look even better. So, yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think I'm happy with the length. I'm not at the end yet, but I know I'm getting pretty near the end. And I don't need it to drag on. I don't need it to be 25 levels. I need to it's like a handful. It's like around 10ish or something, like maybe not even. And it's like, yeah, I'm ready to get in there. I have a reason to play some more Kirby. I have all these achievements you can do in the level to try to unlock more of the stories. I'll go back to some of these levels and I will 100% them. I wouldn't do that if this was something that was going to drag on, where my first playthrough was going to be another 8 hours. I don't need that. So 2-3ish hours for me is perfect, except for I think $20 is a bit steep to be asking for that. Getting it with all the updated visuals, for me, I did pay the money. I'm not really feeling too sore about it. But I get other people being like, I don't know if this is really going to justify it. If you're trying to pinch pennies or you're trying to put your gaming dollar where it's going to go the furthest. This is not that. This is, hey, do you like this game a lot? $20 to get more of it seems pretty fair. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, exactly. I liked Forgotten Land so much. It is fun to have an excuse to go back to it, play through these new levels. I'm still a little confused about how new they are. I don't know because I haven't played that game in a while, so I can't tell if they're just slightly remixed or very remixed.
I mean, it's very remixed. I think it's fair to say very remixed. I played those levels a lot again because I played them over and over again with the kids. Right. And we're in the same environments, using a lot of the same stuff, some of the same geometry, and then it goes off in a completely different direction to the point where it might as well be a new level. So very remixed, I think, is fair.
Yeah, so I've been enjoying that. I want to get back to it. This has been the first time in a while where actually I put the Switch 2 aside to focus on the ROG Ally X again, which I was really resistant to do for a bit there, which was a little silly. Although, my least favorite thing about the ROG Ally X is I haven't played it in like a month, and I got to update it for 2 hours. I got to go into the 3 different applications where updates are hidden and figure out which ones I got to do. But that's where I was playing Shinobi, just finished that, so... might be going back to Switch 2 here soon, maybe finish up those Kirby levels. I plan on playing Hollow Knight Silk Song on my Switch 2, and then you see there is like
120 frames per second. Yeah.
So just gonna play that game on there. I am really looking forward to that. So yeah, that's definitely gonna become my game here very soon, and hoping that kind of builds up to us. What's funny is I kept saying, I want to play Star Wars Outlaws when that comes out on Switch 2, which I still am curious to see what that version's like. That Also comes out on the 4th. That
Yeah.
game could not catch a break.
Nope, it's just bad in every way. Did you see all those stuff back and forth about that game where someone was like, "Hey, this game looks really bad on the Switch 2," and then another person put up at least like docked footage, not doctored, but docked footage of the Switch 2 docked playing Star Wars Outlaws, and it looks pretty good. Like it's comparable to like somewhere between the PS4 and PS5. And then Ubisoft did a copyright strike against that video, the one that was changing all of the sort of narrative around the game, and Ubisoft goes after that video. It's bizarre. But now it's like, I was like skeptical. I'm like, maybe that's just like the PC version that someone turned down a lot to make it look like the Switch 2 version. And then of course Ubisoft copyright strikes. I'm like, well, that was real. So now I'm kind of excited about that game again. I don't know. You're right though. Can't catch a break. Who's going to be playing that game? I was thinking about it, but only
I was going to.
If I got a code like today, maybe I would try it a little bit, but I'll play Hollow Knight instead.
It was certainly my plan. I still want to check it out at some point. All right, Jeff, why don't we check in on any last super chats here?
Yeah, sure thing. Let's see here. Let me go expand this and see where we left off. Okay, I think we are at the Simon. No, we are at Stone Toad. Is Stone Toad back? All right. I think you should probably read the Stone Toad.
Oh, another Stone Toad one for you. Sure. Okay.
Hey guys, I saw that son of a bitch Yoshi accepting themselves from their taxes for a 20th year in a row. Give me a hell yeah if I should open a can of shiitake on their dino ass.
Super chat
tickles my throat
characters.
so much.
You're
I want
doing
to cough so bad.
You're doing great work. Like, let's thank you for your sacrifice. Like, we don't deserve this, and we don't deserve you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much. But I love super chat characters. All the characters in the super chats are my favorite thing in the world. Symbiosis.mp3 says, "Thank God this is still the world's foremost Metroidvania podcast." Yeah, we are never going to change that about ourselves.
I like being in my bubble where Metroidvania is still the most important genre in the world.
Yep, I don't want to go out there because it's scary because people say stuff like Metroidvanias don't matter, and I know it's true, but I don't want to face reality.
They matter to me, damn it. They matter, you know. Look, we are a subculture within a culture in one way or another, right?
Exactly. We ain't going anywhere. Sleepy Hammond says, "What if it just was frozen beer and not ice cream?" Look, yeah, it was, but shaped like soft serve. Whatever. Who cares? Michael R. O'Leary says, "Every time a Dan poops, an angel gets its wings." That's. I hope that's not true. Actually, I hope that's not what angels are waiting for.
I mean, maybe there aren't that many angels, actually.
Yeah, that's probably more likely there.
Once a day is not bad. Two, I guess I don't need to go into that. Two a day, let's say.
Gersman calls the genre search action. Yeah, that's what they called it, like on the Metroidvania box or something. I can't remember where it was.
It wasn't that. I think it was just the guy. One of the people, like Metroid or Castlevania people, was like, "I think search action would be a thing." And some people do go with that.
Yeah.
I think Matt McMuscle's like, I tell you what, it's not a bad sounding thing.
I like it.
It's just we already have the useful
Exactly.
language for it. I just don't understand the pivot.
Yeah, and I never got the backlash to Metroidvania where people are like, "I'm not going to call it that," and like, and then when people are like, "You can't call it Metroidvania, that's weird." I'm like, no, it's not. What are you talking about? I'm so confused.
Why is that weird?
That's not weird at all. That's
It's completely fine.
Yep. I think people have an idea like Metroidvania means some offshoot of the kind of game Metroid is, and it's like,
right.
No, that's not what
I think they think it means like, well, it has to have the elements of Castlevania as well, and
Right.
Metroid doesn't. Like, no, not necessarily. It's fine.
Yeah, and I know that the person who coined it, Jeremy Parrish, doesn't like the way that Metroidvania is taken over. Sorry, like sometimes you're an Oppenheimer, all right? Sometimes you have created the bomb and you can't put it back in the toothpaste tube. It's not a very good. I mixed the metaphors there, but whatever. All right, and then I think this is the last super chat here from Chris Pratt. Metroid bread, Metroid Prime rib.
God, I'm hungry.
Yeah, that's
shit.
Yeah, you're just over there
Gotta
talking
eat
about
something.
Metroid bread. Of course you're hungry. All right, that does it for the super chats, Mike.
Hey Jeff, why are there so many like video essays and like op-eds and stories about Disney adults lately? Why are people more mad about this than usual? Is this an algorithm thing?
Yeah, part of it's going to be the algorithm really likes that it's but like the algorithm is circular, right? So it's because people are actually interested in it. To me, my guess would be that people want to find something to be mad at right now because the world sucks. And so like, let's find a group of people that's like, you motherfuckers, and you just, first of all, Disney adults seem happy, and we don't like that. We don't want that for other people.
Copy people, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. And so I just think it kind of all mixed together. We're like, let's take them down a peg or two. That place is for kids, and they don't get it. And that's what's wrong with society. I don't think people think about it all that hard either. It's just it gets served up to them and they watch it.
I think I might make a video. I don't know.
I would like that.
Yeah, I'm almost a little weirded out. It's like another, like people are sharing it with me constantly. It's like, so okay, now the New York Times has an op-ed about this, and it's just, it's not like they're necessarily all saying false things, but it's just, I don't know. I'm a little surprised that this is the suit du jour again.
It does not seem worthy of the amount of energy that is put into it. I have gone to Disney and have encountered the Disney adults, and it doesn't even rank on the issues I might have had, which were very few in general. But it's like, yeah, these Disney adults, I had like one sort of problem with people that I might consider that. And it was hardly a problem. I just don't get what people's issue is, really.
All right. Well, don't worry. I'll look into it, everybody. I'll get something out of this faster than Jeff Grubb has gotten me a Ridge Racer. Don't worry.
I'll keep waiting, bud.
Yeah.
Cookie, quit trying to ruin the podcast.
Yeah, come on now. Cookie, please. All right. Well, I think that does. I think we can start getting out of here. We got a brand new season of Blight Club starting. I don't know how it's my turn already. I swear to God, Rascal wasn't that long ago. You and Dan, it feels like you both went through your games relatively quickly. I guess there was 4 episodes.
Yours shouldn't be long. Like, I'm thinking 2 episodes maybe for yours, so we'll see.
Okay. I feel like there was once upon a time where, like, we had to take multiple weeks off in a row because we had so many weird schedules. We've been going through these things lately.
Yep, I'm chugging through them. I like it. I'm glad that this is the way it's working right now.
All right, Virtual Highlight. I'm going to start playing that on my Shoot Sega Saturn. It's ready to go.
What's the name of the show?
Blight Club.
Blight Club Virtual Hide Mike. I think it's gonna be Minotti Hide Mike, just because that's what the art we already have, and also because Mike doesn't like it a lot, and that's fun.
Chris Pratt's back with a super chat.
Chris Pratt says, "Please keep going to Disney parks, please. I need to pay for these super chats."
He's in Disney and Universal, a rare privilege.
Bye, everybody.
Oh, people are freaking out because he didn't say 2D games only. Assume, everyone. Now, why does this spreadsheet look so much like Game Pack?
I don't know. Just what Sheets looks like.
Is that my sheets don't look like that?
Well, if you create a table on Sheets.
Oh.
Bye, everybody.
Make sure you get a good screenshot of this ball.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Toad said so!
That's a pretty good sounding toad.